Well, the day finally arrived. Forrest Gump dies and goes to heaven. He's at the pearly gates, met by St. Peter himself. However, the gates are closed, and Forrest approaches the gatekeeper. St. Peter says, "Well, Forrest, it certainly is good to see you here. We've heard a lot about you. I must tell you, though, the place is filling up pretty fast, and we've been administering an entrance exam for everyone. The test is short, but you have to pass it before you can get into heaven." Well, Forrest responds, "It sure is good to be here, St. Peter, sir. But nobody ever told me about any entrance exam. Sure hope the test ain't too hard. Life was a big enough test as it was." Well, St. Peter goes on, "Yes, I know, Forrest, but the test is only 3 questions. First, what 2 days of the week begin with the letter T? Second, how many seconds are there in a year? And third, what's God's first name?" Well, Forrest leaves and thinks about the questions. He returns the next day and sees St. Peter, who waves up to him. "Well, now you've had the chance to think the questions over. Tell me your answers." Well, Forrest says, "Well, for the first one, which 2 days in the week begin with the letter T? Shuck, that one's easy. That'd be today and tomorrow." Well, the saint's eyes open wide and he exclaims, "Forrest, that's not what I was thinking, but you do have a point, and I guess I didn't specify, so I'll give you credit for the answer." "How about the next one?" said St. Peter. "How many seconds in a year?" "Now that one's harder," says Forrest, "but I thunk and thunk about it, and I guess the only answer can be 12. Astounded, St. Peter says, "12? Forrest, how in heaven's name could you come up with 12 seconds in a year?" Well, Forrest says, "January 2nd, February 2nd, March 2nd. "Hold it," interrupts St. Peter. "I see what you're going with this, and I see your point. Even though it wasn't quite what I had in mind, I'll give you credit for that one, too. Let's go on to the third and final question. Can you tell me God's first name?" "Sure," Forrest replies. "It's Howard." "Howard?" exclaimed an exasperated and frustrated St. Peter. "Okay, I can understand how you came up with your answers to the first 2 questions. But how in the world did you come up with the name Howard as the first name of God?" "Well, shucks, that one was easiest of all," said Forrest. "Don't you know the Our Father? 'Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.'" Well, St. Peter opened the pearly gates and said, "Run, Forrest, run!"